Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really delicious recipe that I'm about to share with y'all. I'm gonna be making some Jack Daniel's wings, TGI Friday style, and I'm gonna pair them with some homemade sweet potato fries. So this is what you're gonna need: some garlic powder. I have ground black pepper. I have a yellow onion here, but if you have a white onion, that will be better. Some crushed pineapple. Make sure they are crushed, and you're gonna need the juice that's in here as well. Of course, I have my Jack Daniel's here. I got this very small one because I don't drink and I literally only need it for this recipe, so I don't want to have any leftovers. You're gonna need some brown sugar, dark brown sugar. You're gonna need some type of chicken bouillon. Of course, I'm using the Maggi. So you're gonna need some of that, a little lemon juice. I have some onion powder, some salt, Worcestershire sauce. However you say it, I always have a hard time saying that word. I have some crushed red pepper. Back here is some paprika, some soy sauce, and my crushed garlic. And then of course I got my wings here. Okay guys, so I also forgot to mention that you're going to need a little bit of baking powder too. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And you want to clean your wings very well, which I already did. And then you want to dry them very well. You want your wings to be as dry as possible. So just get a few paper towels and dab it in there to get all that moisture out. Now you can clean your wings with a little lemon juice, some vinegar, whatever you got, and rinse them very well. And I'm just gonna try to dry these as much as I can with my paper towels. You may need to go through a few paper towels. So I have my wings here all dried and clean. And what I'm gonna do is go in with a little seasoning. This is some garlic powder. Now to actually season your wings, you want to use a light seasoning. You do not have to over season because baby, let me tell you, all of that flavor is about to come from that Jack Daniel's sauce. So you ain't got to get crazy on this step, but you do definitely want to season. So that was the ground black pepper that I just added, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of paprika. If it'll come out. There we go. A little paprika. And then also I'm gonna go in with a little onion powder. So next what you're gonna do is go in with a little bit of this baking powder. You just wanna sprinkle a little bit on there. Just like that. And go in and mix that all together. Make sure your wings are nice and coated with all of that seasoning and that baking powder. Now make sure you have baking powder and not baking soda. I know it's easy to mix the two, so. They're all nice and mixed with a very light coating of that seasoning and that baking powder. Okay guys, so now I have my wings, and what I'm going to do is just line them up in my pan. I have a lot of wings, so I'm probably going to use 2 pans because these pans are not even that big. Okay, so I have both pans of my wings here, and like I said, preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and I'm going to cover these and pop these in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Okay guys, so while your wings are in the oven, I'm going to get started on the sauce. So in this pot I have 1/4 cup of water in here. To that I am going to add my crushed pineapple and pineapple juice. That was 1 cup. You want to keep the juice in there, so that's 1 cup of the crushed pineapple with the juice. So now what I'm going to go in with is my soy sauce. 1 tablespoon, not a lot of soy sauce because it's very strong. And I'm going to go in with 1/4 cup of the Worcestershire sauce. And give that a good mix. So you have this on about medium to low heat. And now what I'm going to add to this is 1 1/4 cup of that dark brown sugar. Now before you add the brown sugar, you want to make sure that this is hot first so that it can start to dissolve all that brown sugar in there. And just give it a really good mix. So now what I'm going to go in with is about a little less than half of that chicken bouillon cube. I'm going to drop my onion in. You want to dice your onion very small as you can get it. Obviously, I didn't do that good of a job because I'm not good at that. But you want to dice it pretty small. I'm also going to go in with a nice, about a tablespoon of that crushed garlic. Get that all mixed in. Now I have my stove, I don't know if I mentioned that, on about medium to low. You don't want it too high because remember you have that sugar in there and that sugar will start to burn and you don't want it to burn up too fast. You want to get your sauce enough time to cook. Now what I'm going to go in with is that fresh lemon juice, about 3 tablespoons of that lemon juice. Get that nice and squeezed up in there. And you can remove the seeds later or before if you want. All right, y'all, now is where we get to the good part. This is where we add in your Jack Daniels. Now, like I said, I'm not a drinker, so if you add, I'm going to say about 3 tablespoons of that Jack Daniels. You add more if you want more. You add less if you want less. Now, this one, since you're cooking it, is going to be hot and it's going to actually cook all the alcohol out of it. So you're not going to get drunk off the wings, you know what I mean? So all of that is going to cook off all of the alcohol and you're just going to be left with that really, really, really nice flavor. It's already starting to smell so good. So now what you want to do is once this boils up, you want to put it to low and kind of just let it simmer for maybe 15-20 minutes. Let it simmer. You want it to get thick and you want it to get, you know, sticky. You know how Jack Daniel's wings are a little sticky. That's what you want it to do. So the one last thing that I'm going to add is some crushed red pepper flakes. You can use cayenne pepper too if you like. This adds spice to it. So if you do not want the wings spicy, just leave that step out. And also at this point is where you want to taste your wings. You want to taste your sauce. And like I always say, you taste it before you add it to your food so that you can add more salt or seasoning as you wish. This is the salt is to taste, so that's why I didn't add any salt to mine, because I don't feel like I need any salt, so I'm not going to add it. I don't want them to be too salty. So just make sure you taste your sauce very well before you add it to your your wings. So you put your fire to low and you kind of want this to just simmer up and get nice and thick, and then those onions are also going to cook down a little more. So now what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for my sauce to get nice and bubbly and sticky and I'm waiting for my wings to get done, I'm going to prep my sweet potatoes for my sweet potato fries. All I'm going to do is throw some salt and pepper on them and throw them into the air fryer because I want that really crunchy kind of fry, and that air fryer is going to give it just that. Okay guys, so I have my sweet potatoes here that I peeled and cut up like this. My pieces are not perfect because, listen. Okay, so I just cut them up like this. You cut them up however you want. And what I'm going to do now is just drizzle a little oil over them. Just a little salt and pepper. Mix that up really good. And like I said, I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer because I want them nice and crispy. I don't want no soggy fries. Okay guys, so I have my fries here in the air fryer. I'm gonna just pop them in, and I will stay for about 20 minutes on 360, and then they'll be done. Okay guys, so the wings are all done, and this is how they look. Now make sure you you may want to spray your pan before you put the wings, because some of mine kind of stuck to the pan, but you know, it is what it is. So this is the wings, right? Okay guys, so it's been about 20 minutes, and as you can see, the sauce reduced a lot, and you can see it's nice and thick. That's what you are looking for. You want to make sure that your sauce is nice and thick, otherwise it's just going to run right off your wings. So what I'm gonna do now is add my Jack Daniel's sauce. I separated ours because I'm a flats girl. I don't know about y'all, but I want all flats. So I'm gonna do 2 different flavors. I'll probably just do one of them a regular classic buffalo, but for mine I'm putting all that Jack Daniel's on there. And I leave some because I like to have a little extra Jack Daniel's to dip in. So we're gonna get that all mixed up in there, nice and coated. And then what you're going to do is pop this right back into the oven, but this time you're going to put it on the broiler setting on high for about 5 to 7 minutes. That just seals all that good Jack Daniel's sauce into your wings, lets it get all bubbly, and I like mine a little crispy, you know, with a little brown char on them, just a little bit. And then I just want to make sure this is all coated in that sauce. You want to get it real good. And that's also why I saved some sauce on the side, because once you throw these back on the broiler, your sauce is going to stick to your wings, and then you want to dump a little bit more up in there. Okay, so I have the wings nice and coated. This one I just did a regular habanero. I use this sauce, habanero hot sauce, just for that one, for my husband, because he likes it really spicy. And then these are the Jack Daniel's. So I'm going to pop them in there, like I said, under the broiler for about 5 to 7 minutes, or until they get how you like them. Okay guys, so they're all done. Here's the sweet potato fries. Now listen, don't come for my sweet potato fries, okay? So maybe you shouldn't leave yours in for 20 minutes, but it's alright. It's nothing wrong with a little brownness. It's alright. Let me some celery, and I have some extra dipping sauce, the Jack Daniel's sauce on the side, and that extra chunky blue cheese. I need blue cheese with my wings. I'm sorry, I'm not a ranch person. I'm a blue cheese person. So here it is, guys. So if y'all try this recipe, let me know how you like it. I know you're gonna like it because it's good, and who don't like Jack Daniel's? So you know. But anyway, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.